We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. U.S. President John F. Kennedy's words in September 1962. Less than 7 years later, astronaut Neil Armstrong leaped from the lunar module onto lunar soil, the first human footprints etched on the moon. The human story is a story of innovation, achievement, more innovation. Yes, there are setbacks along the way, but we are not wired to accept the status quo, live in stasis, or dwell in the discouragement of failure. From the slingshot to the moonshot, from locomotion to digital automation, we strive, we push, we make the impossible possible. Every facet of the human experience depends on risk takers who are willing to dismay the naysayers and disprove the cynics. Are you a risk taker, or do you sit back and react to everything that crosses your line of sight? Money has been a part of the human tapestry for nearly 3,000 years, and it has always been a seedbed of innovation. In the beginning, it was all about bartering for the acquisition of goods and services, using livestock and cowries to seal the deal. The experts tell us that King Haliartus of Lydia created the first known currency in 600 BC. It would be another 2,000 years until banknotes arrived on the scene around 1661 AD. Fast forward to 1946, and the credit card arrived on the scene. Now, there have been other notable innovations along the way, fueled by individuals who envisioned efficient financial transfers that could supercharge commerce. There's Western Union, of course, a pioneering force that's been moving money for over 100 years. Mobile banking was underway in 1999. Contactless payment launched in 2008. Ironically, with all these developments in the Western world, Kenya, an African country, has the world's most mobile money penetration. Consider this: 96% of Kenyan households have either sent or received money on mobile phone, while the rest of the world plays catch-up. Bottom line, technology can help emerging markets leapfrog into greater prosperity. Which brings me to blockchain, the next moonshot. Blockchain gained notoriety in 2008 with the emergence of Bitcoin. While Bitcoin continues to dazzle, great thinkers are now finding ways to leverage blockchain technology to solve a host of other human problems. This is the next frontier, friends, and we plan to join the ride. Remco aims for the moon and beyond, because we have the pedigree and courage to fuel further innovation. For starters, we understand how money moves, having processed billions of dollars through hundreds of millions of transactions. We have seen both pain and joy on the faces of recipients and senders, and we know the challenges faced by agents and stakeholders. We admire the pioneers like Satoshi Nakamoto, Vitalik Buterin, and early investors in Bitcoin like Roger Ver. We deeply appreciate the many enigmatic supporters like John McAfee and Draper, who have shown great bravery in their advancement of blockchain technology. And now we are ready to take the baton, a new generation of explorers who build upon the noble work of the pioneers to steer blockchain applicability forward with urgency and courage. We reach for the stars. There is no right time to do the right thing. You just embrace a vision, lower your head, and make it happen. 15 years ago, our important work began. Work intent on unraveling payment for the undeserved. It was a tumultuous journey at first that led to 2 regulated companies with multiple licenses in the USA and the largest market in Africa. Just a little over 10 years ago, when we launched our payment infrastructure, it was not clear how we would make it or who would use it. In June and July 2016, we processed over 16 billion in local currency within 60 days, topping the charts to the surprise of our cynics. Indeed, most people now believe that the continent of Africa is ripe for the applicability of remittance blockchain, which is why we represent the continent and other places. As CoinDance has insisted, we are now operating from two of the most traded cryptocurrency volumes in the US, Nigeria, and the planet. Yet, our scope is even broader. There is an urgency to save blockchain-inspired money services, and we intend to do our part. We intend to speak for our coalition of remittance partners who are unsure of how blockchain will help them. We have built a network for remittance providers, agents, multi-jurisdictional connections necessary for Remco to excel and newcomers to unfold. And we firmly believe that the proceeds from this ICO will fund further expansion and start an MSB-focused bank under a new national charter. Support us. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Kennedy inspired a generation to see that the moon was in reach. We choose to reach for the moon and beyond, like the pioneers, because that is where we belong. We belong among the best. We belong to the Bitcoin and Ethereum clubs, leading the global blockchain effort to make the world a better place. We are the risk takers, the innovators, who unseat the cynics when we make the impossible possible. Now, we invite you to join the journey. Invest in Remco. The course is set. The destination, undiscovered country. Get ready for the ride of your life.